Highest honor for Prime Minister Modi in Kuwait. Mubarak Al-Kabeer Order to Prime Minister Modi. Honor bestowed on PM by the Emir of Kuwait. It's the 20th international honor awarded to Prime Minister Modi. Kuwait has bestowed its highest honor to the Indian Prime Minister. This is the 20th international honor that Prime Minister Modi has now received. It is an order, just letting you know a bit more about the order, it is a knighthood order of Kuwait, and the order is awarded to heads of state and foreign souvenirs and the members of foreign royal families in sign of friendship. It has been previously awarded to foreign leaders like Bill Clinton, Prince Charles and George Bush. Gaurav, my colleague, is joining me for more on this. Gaurav, those were some illustrious names that I just read out. Bill Clinton, Prince Charles, George Bush. You add Prime Minister Modi to that illustrious list as well. What does this do as far as Prime Minister Modi's aura as a global leader is concerned?
You know, this, as Prime Minister Narendra Modi also mentioned, is an honor for India. It's an honor for India's growing stature across the world. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he's worked tirelessly, since he became Prime Minister in 2014 to take India's relationship with various important countries across the globe forward. And India's relationship with West Asia, especially with Gulf cooperation countries, are extremely, extremely important. This relationship is important because of the Indian diaspora. You have a million-strong Indian diaspora that work and contribute positively to India's economy and to Kuwait's economy. And this is a recognition of how this relationship is being taken forward. As you very rightly pointed out, Harshit, this is the 20th honor for Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the past 10 years. And this just goes on to show that the foreign relations, which was initially before Chief Minister Narendra Modi became Prime Minister Narendra Modi, there were several analysts who had argued that foreign policy perhaps may be India's weakest link in the Narendra Modi government, and it has emerged as one of the strongest links of the Narendra Modi government, and this just shows the kind of attention that's given to our relationship, whether it's to West Asia, whether it's to, the United States or to Russia. And if you notice, something that Prime Minister and External Affairs Minister both have spoken of externally, extensively, is India's emphasis that India is no longer non-aligned, but India is multi-aligned. And that's extremely important, that, there could be two countries that could be at war with each other, and yet both are friends with India. And cases in point could well be whether it's Russia and Ukraine or Israel or Palestine. There could be a war between Hamas and Israel, but Palestine, Israel and India continue to remain friends. And this is something that's now being globally recognized. India's rising role globally as a country which contributes positively. India's G20 presidency, for example, saw the African Union become a part of the G20, and that shows how India is not just moving forward on our own, but is taking all the developing countries along. The so-called global south moves along with India, Harshit.
Appreciate you joining us, Gaurav, and sharing all those details. Remember, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is currently on a 2-day visit to Kuwait. He was welcomed by the Emir of Kuwait at the Bayan Palace. The Prime Minister was welcomed with a ceremonial reception and given a guard of honor by the Emir of Kuwait. Prime Minister Modi will also hold a bilateral meeting with the Emir. Yesterday, he addressed the Indian diaspora at Hala Modi event, where he lauded ties with Kuwait and stressed on digitally smart India. While calling India a Vishwa Bandhu, Prime Minister Modi claimed that India will soon become the growth engine of the world. Multiple MOUs that Prime Minister Modi is expected to sign. At the moment, you see visuals of him alongside the Emir and the Crown Prince of Kuwait, the Prime Minister of Kuwait, all of them
मैं दिन भर सोचता रहता हूं कि मेरा किसान कितनी मेहनत करता है अपने खेत में, हमारा श्रमिक कितनी मेहनत करता है। रात को कभी आप ट्रेन से उतरे, एयरपोर्ट से उतरे, कितनी ठंड होगी, लेकिन एक ऑटो रिक्शा वाला आ जाएगा, साहब बताइए कहाँ पहुंचा दूं। जब ये सब मेहनत करते मैं देखता हूं तो मुझे लगता है कि मुझे भी, अगर वो 10 घंटे काम करते हैं तो मुझे 11 घंटे करना चाहिए। अगर वो 11 घंटे काम करते हैं तो मुझे 12 घंटे करना चाहिए। और दूसरी बात है, आप मेहनत अपने परिवार के लिए करते हैं कि नहीं करते हैं?
जी सर।
करते हैं ना?
जी सर।
आपके परिवार में कितने मेंबर हैं? हाँ, 5, 7, 10 बराबर?
जी सर।
तो आप 5 घंटे, 6 घंटे, 7 घंटे काम करोगे तो चलेगा। मैं भी मेरे परिवार के लिए काम करता हूं। मेरे परिवार में 140 करोड़ लोग हैं, तो मुझे जरा ज्यादा काम करना पड़ता है।
सर, हम लोग कभी कभी थकते हैं तो मेडिकल लीव ले लेते हैं। सर, आप कभी ऐसा मेडिकल लीव लेते हैं?
ऐसा है, मुझे भी मेडिकल लीव मिलता है। कैसे, मैं बताता हूं। जैसे अभी आया, ये जो श्रमिकों के पसीने की महक होती है ना, वो मेरी मेडिसिन होती है।
Now, Prime Minister Modi engaged in a series of important diplomatic meetings and cultural exchanges aimed at strengthening the bilateral ties between the two countries. He also interacted with the Indian diaspora. Take a look.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi is the first Indian Prime Minister to visit Kuwait in 43 years. He is visiting the Gulf nation at the invitation of the Emir of the State of Kuwait. Upon landing, he was accorded a warm welcome by the Emir of Kuwait as well as the Indian diaspora. He interacted with 101-year-old ex-IFS officer and his family. Prime Minister Modi also met Abdullah Latif Al-Nisef, the book publisher, and Abdullah Baran, the translator of the Ramayana and the Mahabharat in the Arabic language, and signed a copy of the epic books. Later, he visited a labor camp and enjoyed snacks and beverages with the Indian workers there. He attended a huge diaspora event, Hala Modi, where he spoke about deep India-Kuwait relations.
भारत और कुवैत का रिश्ता सभ्यताओं का है, सागर का है, स्नेह का है, व्यापार कारोबार का है।
He's also taken a jibe at previous governments.
आपको हिंदुस्तान से यहां आना है तो 4 घंटे लगते हैं, प्रधानमंत्री को 4 दशक लग गए।
He heaped praise on digitally smart India.
आज भारत दुनिया के सबसे डिजिटल कनेक्टेड देशों में से एक है। छोटे छोटे शहरों से लेकर गांवों तक हर भारतीय डिजिटल टूल्स का उपयोग कर रहा है।
Prime Minister Modi also thanked Kuwait government for helping out Indians after the Kuwait fire tragedy that had killed about 49 people in the month of June early this year.
अभी इसी साल जून में यहां कुवैत में कितना हृदय विदारक हादसा हुआ, जो अग्निकांड हुआ, उसमें अनेक भारतीय लोगों ने अपना जीवन खोया। लेकिन उस समय कुवैत सरकार ने जिस तरह का सहयोग किया, वो एक भाई ही कर सकता है.
The last Indian Prime Minister to visit Kuwait was Prime Minister Indira Gandhi in the year 1981. In his departure statement, the Prime Minister said his talks with the top Kuwaiti leadership would be an opportunity to chalk out future partnership between India and Kuwait. Bureau Report, India Today.